Hi everybody and welcome to another by pen and paper video, and especially a kind of adventure game that I'm gonna be playing. But first I want to regale you with a personal story of mine of how I got into point and click games. And to be honest, I kind of got into them without even realizing they were point and click games. I kind of thought they were like some weird form of adventure gamey, I don't know, story game when I was a kid. The three games that I got into at that age, kind of similar time, but also that I didn't know what they were. Those were Neverhood, which is an amazing and difficult and funny game. One Mist, I have no idea which Mist it was. Like, it was just random game I got from a friend, and I don't really remember which one of them it was. And I played it for like half an hour, didn't know what to do, got out. The third one is, if I remember correctly, Monkey Island 3. None of these games I really play that much because I couldn't figure it out. I'm not brain enough to, figure out some of the starting puzzles. Neverhood was awesome with that, well, it wasn't the creeper, but like regular, I don't know, that chases you with the music. That's kind of a funny part. In any case, the first game that actually got me into point and click games and adventure games, which I love now, that's one of my favorite genres, besides like just classic RPGs or like RPG games and like those kinds of games. I love point and click games. I love playing them, I love enjoying the story, I love dealing with the puzzles and all that. So the game that actually got me into actually play it from start to finish was Runaway, a road adventure, which we are going to be playing today, and we're going to be going through all of those games. Technically, I'm going to be going through all of Pendulo games. That's the developer. The publisher was Focus Home Interactive back in the day, but they still published a lot of awesome and weird games, and still do to this day. The thing is about, I remember kind of vividly through a fog, the day when I figured out about Runaway. I saw it, a friend of mine was playing it and kind of like figuring out what to do in the first levels and all that, and I kind of like, I wasn't at his home, that was in like an internet cafe or like a gaming cafe where I could go like pay for an hour and then play any PC video game that was on the PC, or like grab a game from the shelf from like for like PS4, or not PS4, that was like in the age of PS1 yet, in the age of PS2. Even like Sega Genesis or Sega Dreamcast, you could just grab a game, plug it in, play it, and that is kind of my childhood. I was spending hours and hours in those video game clubs or video game play areas, arcades, whatever, where I wasted all of my time there, and where I played all of the games that were on display, more or less, some multiple times. Because I was poor and I couldn't afford for like proper or like original consoles. We had some kind of like funny, weird ones. This is why I'm starting this, because this game is kind of a big part of me and why I enjoyed it as a kid. I don't know if I'm playing it now after maybe over 10 years, maybe even like 15 or more. So I want to see how it holds up. The case about, back to the talking about Runaway, I saw a buddy of mine or a friend of mine play it, and when I asked around, he was like, "Oh, this is like a really difficult game. It's one of the most difficult games we have on like the PCs there." And I was like, "How is it possible? There's no way." Like, I played some other games that were really kind of challenging. So when I sit down and I was like, watch that, and I was like, I'm gonna take this as a challenge. I'm gonna get this game, I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna say I finished the most difficult game in this club. It's weird. There were more difficult games in that time, but that was like kind of like, let's see it. In any case, I grabbed the game, I played it there in the club, I played it at home, I played it for like, I ended up playing it quite a lot. The biggest issue was I got stuck. I got stupidly stuck at like not even a midpoint of the game. Like maybe it was the 3/4 of the game, and I got stupidly stuck. I couldn't know what I knew what I needed to do. Like I knew how to what was supposed to be happening to solve the progress the puzzles, but I was missing one item, one crucial item I was missing to actually finish the thing or actually continue the game. And this was like in the age where this was 2001 or 2003. I'm not sure. It says differently on different sites when it came out. They, at least in this game, they forgot or didn't think about, or I don't know, they didn't put the simplest quality of life improvement, which is in every point and click game today, even more so. They didn't put the option for you to see all interactable items on the screen. So most of the time this was pixel hunting, literally fucking pixel hunting, to figure out which object you can interact and figure out what object is not a part of other objects, so you can, pick it up. That was incredibly annoying. The second and the third game and later Pendulo games have all of these quality of life improvements. You have hints, you have, of course, to select the areas. The puzzles are still kind of amazing, and that's usually people played Monkey Island for weird solutions to puzzles, and I respect that, and I know that, and they are challenging ones. But the way I figured out how to think outside of the box is through Pendulo games. You will see. I will be playing pretty much all of them that I have, and even ones that I still haven't actually finished, but they came out like a few years ago or so. That's like Yesterday Origins, and I think the Hidden Runaway game, like Hidden Object Runaway game. I still need to grab it, but still. I'm gonna be playing through all of the Pendulo games that I have and that are being made or then made. Because they're amazing. You will see. After you see what kind of point-and-click puzzles are in some games, none of the solutions that you think of for any other game are gonna be stupid. So this is one of the games that influenced me most when it comes to point-and-click games. The other one is the game that got me back into point-and-click games, because at some point I was playing a lot, too much of them, and I was playing anything that came to my hands, so I wasn't even thinking about quality. There is a site, I think it's literally named the adventuregame.com, which kind of ranks and keeps track of all of these point-and-click and adventure games. But I just played anything. So I got to burnout. I really burned out completely on the games. And at some point, I couldn't play anymore. The game that got me back into it is Grey Matter. Amazing game. Maybe the payout of the story won't be happening for everybody, but it is truly an amazing game that I will be playing probably after the Pendulo run. We will see. I had some issues getting this game to run. Like the Steam version is kind of buggy and really bad. This game is old and really, really old. So I got all of these on GOG.com. So, recommendation for GOG. Maybe GOG can sponsor me. Maybe Pendulo can sponsor me. Probably not, because they're on microids now, which is... never mind. Chat is gonna be here. Story time, yes. I hope you enjoyed this story time. I could tell all this during the gameplay, but because there's a lot of story, a lot of talking, a lot of happening about, I kind of want to leave the game to talk as much as it will. This might be one of my rare, probably walkthroughs, quote unquote. It's still gonna be a let's play of me playing and commenting and doing all of that, but it's gonna be the closest thing to a walkthrough because I actually know the solutions to the puzzles. Probably. Possibly. I don't know. My memory is fucked. So, I think I'm gonna be able to solve everything without much issue. I mean, there are a few puzzles so weird that you just can't forget them. Trust me. This is... Let's just say lipstick bullets. Got any idea how that could be? No. Trust me. That happens. In any case, let's try and run this. It kind of gave me a few issues running it. Hopefully it's all gonna be good. If the music is too loud, tell me. I'm gonna try and fix it. If not, we shall see. The thing is, I needed to go through... Well, display capture. Trust me, this is an old game. They haven't figured out borderless window in that, let alone anything else. In any case, this is one of my favorite games, one of my all-time favorites that I enjoy. I'm gonna try and see if it holds up to be like really old. I played this as a kid, and I honestly got hooked to it so much that I wanted to play the second game, the third game when I heard it was coming out, screaming and all that. So story time over. I'm gonna let Brian, or the main character, start discussing the game when it decides to run in a minute or so. And then we're gonna go to the whole of Runaway, a road adventure. Stick around. We shall see how this goes. Okay. Blink, blink, good. Focus on interactive, guys. Pendulo Studios.
Hello, my name's Brian. I'm here to tell you about something that happened to me a few weeks ago. But first, a question. Isn't it truly amazing that your life can be turned upside down in just 1/10 of a second? It can. And soon, you'll find out why. Let's not bore you with a lot of details about my life. I'll cut to the chase. I was born in New York 23 years ago, and growing up, I was always somewhat of a child prodigy. I studied at Columbia and finished my physics degree with honors last year. During the summer, I arranged interviews with several universities, hoping I'd get into a decent PhD program. And in the end, I was chosen by the best. Professor Silva at Berkeley offered me the chance to do my doctoral studies at the applied physics department he runs there. It was a dream come true. I packed my bags and got ready to move to California. I was ready to drive from coast to coast without stopping. I had no idea of the events that would take place within just a few days. About the mess I was going to get in. Strange people about to cross my path. The hundreds of dangers lurking behind every corner. Yes, it's quite an adventure. Let's go back to the beginning. As I told you, my old car and I were ready to go to California. I decided to take off at night and get a few miles behind me before dawn. I said goodbye to my parents, my sister, and my dog, and I got behind the wheel. That's when I remembered I forgot to pick up a book I'd ordered at a bookshop downtown in Manhattan. Luckily, it was one of those bookstores that stays open 24/7, so I decided to grab the book on the way. I could have asked them to mail it to me once I got to California, but no, I decided to go into Manhattan and get it myself. That one detour changed my life forever. Oh my God!
Stay away. It's better if they don't see us.
She's unconscious. I'm taking her to the hospital.
We'll take care of her in the hospital.
Maybe that moron did the dirty work for us and she's already dead.
We better make sure.
It did. I'm telling you. On the way to the bookshop, I hit that girl with my car. I was scared stiff. She suddenly ran out in front of me. There was no way I could stop. Luckily for both of us, she wasn't that badly hurt. They did a bunch of tests on her at the hospital and said she had no major injuries. She was just in shock. So they decided to keep her under observation for 24 hours. A nurse took her to a room and gave her some strong medicine that put her to sleep. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it. The girl's name was Gina, and she was amazingly beautiful. The truth is, I had no reason to stick around, so I went to say goodbye to her and go on my way.
Please, don't leave. They want to kill me.
There, calm down. It's all over now. I hit you with my car, but you're fine. You're in a hospital recovering from...
No, I'm telling you, they want me dead. I've got to get out of here.
Who were they? Please, calm down and tell me why you think they want to murder you.
Something awful happened tonight, and I witnessed the whole thing. Look, I'm a singer. I work at the Pink Iguana, a trendy place with live shows. This evening, when I finished my act, my dad was waiting for me. He works for a secret government agency. He told me he needed to tell me something. He said it was an emergency. Come a little closer.
Gina, kiddo, I'm in danger. I've gotten into a really big mess, and I'm afraid you're not safe either.
What's the matter, Daddy? Oh, you're frightening me.
There's no time to explain. They're right behind me. I need you to keep this crucifix, and no matter what happens, don't let them find out you have it. You can't trust anybody, not even the police.
But Daddy, please, tell me what's going on.
They're here. Quick, grab the crucifix, and don't let them see you with me.
It was awful. Some guys pulled my dad away and took him into the storeroom. I scrambled away just in time and got the crucifix without them seeing me. I followed them to the storeroom. They tied my dad to a chair and violently started interrogating him. These two henchmen wouldn't stop hitting him, and my heart froze when I saw who was giving the orders. The Sandretti brothers.
The famous mafia bosses? How'd your dad get mixed up with those guys?
I don't know, but they...
Get him to tell you what he knows. Speak the truth out of him, if you must.
Speak. Where is it?
I won't say a word. Damn you! You're gonna speak now. Speak or die. You choose. Go to hell!
It seems our friend doesn't want to cooperate. What a shame.
So, we got a tough boy on our hands. You're not easily convinced, huh? Boys, maybe you're being too soft on our little hero. Did you hear that? The boss says we're being softies.
Hi-ya! What are you doing?
Didn't you hear his neck crack? You killed him, man.
Up there.
You already know the rest of the story. I ran out through an alleyway, and when I crossed the street... Please, don't leave me. They'll kill me.
Don't worry, just rest for now. Go to sleep. I won't leave you. She fell asleep. Those tranquilizers must have taken effect. What a story. I don't know what to think. The poor thing is probably in shock from the accident. I bet she dreamt all this. But what if it's true? What if her life really is in danger? I can't just leave her here and forget all about it. I'd never forgive myself if something happened to her. Okay, that's it. I'm not leaving this hospital until I'm sure Gina's completely out of danger. But how are you supposed to act in a situation like this?
How are you,
I
sir?
think I'd better do something to protect Gina in case those mafia murderers she says want to kill her show up.
Okay, it's time to go. First off, I really love the intro song. It's been on my playlist pretty much forever now. If you're interested, that's Runaway Team by Liquor. Yeah, by Liquor. Second off, this game really deserves a bloody remaster. No remake, just remaster. Just update, scale up the graphics, and maybe touch up the animations a little. I forgot how, oh boy, how interesting it was. The thing that probably got me into loving this game is it a bit choppy? No, it isn't. It's just thinking of it. Is probably the animation, the design, the style, how Brian is like a goody two shoes guy, how hot Gina was. Seeing that as a kid was probably more than interesting. I'm gonna do something, increase a little bit. Yes, save the configuration. Save the game. And that's okay. There are no, like barely any. So this is our inventory. This is our stuff.
I've got the letter Professor Silva sent me from Berkeley in there. In his letter, he offered me the opportunity to do my doctoral studies under his guidance in the applied physics department that he chairs. This has been my lifelong dream, and it's finally coming true. I hope this mess is cleared up fast so I can get to California.
I love it that everything is
I
voiced.
still have the same car my folks gave me when I turned 16. After all this, I didn't get the darn book. I found this at an archaeological dig. There's a fossilized mosquito inside.
Hi Alice, hope you're gonna enjoy this. This is one of my favorite games
Help
ever.
fight AIDS.
That's an old poster.
Oh, she's really something.
She is.
I'd better just let her rest. She needs to recover from the shock.
Gina is... She's a really great character. Really interesting. Stuck with him for all 3 games.
Of her injuries in the name of her doctor. If someone came in, they might get suspicious if they see the chart is empty. No, it's better if nobody knows I'm still here. I'll take a peek through the window in the door. All clear. Good thing, too. If they knew I was here, I could get into some big trouble.
So Alice, you never got into point-and-click games? Well, I hope
that's where the patients keep their personal belongings.
Hope this finds you interesting, because this is one of my
I don't have
favorites.
the key. It belongs to Gina. She was carrying it when I ran her over. I'll keep it until Gina wakes up.
Oh, I remember that voice, that sound, like, whenever you pick up anything.
This chart's empty. She really wants to stay in standard hospital linens.
Okay, so we're
This
gonna
might
be
come in handy.
a lot of this stuff
Organ
is gonna,
donors needed.
a lot of stuff is gonna be in handy that we have here.
It's empty. It's cracked. Gina must have broken it when she took that sleeping pill. Those are the same kind of sleeping pills Gina took. Snoozitol, one of the finest brands on the market.
She seems like she took a lot. Watch the one. It's a madhouse in the falls. Well,
Let's
good
see.
luck with work.
It's a map of this floor of the hospital. Here's the room I'm in. Here's the hall, and if I'm not mistaken, across the hall and just to the left of this room, there's a storeroom. That could be interesting. I don't need to take it down. I can see it fine from right here.
Oh, memories.
What can I say? It's just a toilet bowl. Nature isn't calling right now. And yes, I admit I'm pretty shy about doing certain things in public, okay? Out of order. Well, I'm afraid the shower's out of order. There aren't even any faucets. Nah, I don't see what I could use that for.
So, one trick about this game He is, of course, he is drawn with color palette that he is, and the backgrounds are drawn with the color palettes that they are. Just like in some old cartoons, where you can figure out which items the character is gonna interact with, so it's for this game as well. Any item that he can actually pick up, get out of this like area or combine with other stuff, is drawn differently. It's drawn with these kinds of color palettes and setup, kind of almost looking a bit 3D compared to the 2D background. So that's one clue that you can have in this game, because there are no other ways to like show what's interactable or not, is to find what's
I like that
interactable.
big apple sticker. I can't. It's locked shut. It's a bottle of alcohol. This could be useful.
I'm still gonna be pixel hunting a little bit.
It's one of those waste baskets that opens up when you step on the lever. Someone threw away a marking pen. It might still work.
Okay, so that's it here. There's a lot of noise when you go over stuff. Okay.
It sprays water in case of fire. I can't reach it. Besides, I think it's only activated by heat.
Okay, let's see what's in the bag.
A matchbox I might be able to use. Snooze is one of the finest. The city is so peaceful at this time of night. Okay, I'll try to reach the storeroom by walking along the ledge. Hope I live to tell the grandkids.
Yes, because that's a proper solution in this case.
Yikes! I better not look down.
Just dead.
I almost didn't make it. So, the map was right. This is the storeroom. Let's see what I can find in this dump. They're the pillows used in the patient's beds. I'll take them both. Well, they're big and very fluffy. It's not on right now. It's connected to a central heating system and can't be turned on from here. It's full of files, papers, and other hospital records. I think it weighs too much.
See, this is the filing cabinet, and this is one piece of paper that you can interact with. It's pixel hunt.
It's a medical information card that's put into the charts by the beds.
It is annoying, it's awful, and
it's blank.
Good thing people, stop doing this.
Here, a vademecum. This might come in handy.
What the heck is a vademecum?
There are several files inside labeled incoming and outgoing medicines from 1994 to 1998.
Remember that from other games, like Life, you get something to
Those files
yeah.
don't interest me. He's seen better days. Okay, but I think I'll just take his head with me. His head's got a hole in one side so you can examine his brain.
So you must be very confused at what this whole mess of
I
things
don't know what's
is.
inside, but they give me bad vibes. It's probably better to stay away from him.
Trust me, there is a solution to all of this madness that he's
I don't want
collecting.
to catch some tropical disease. The drawers are locked shut. I think it weighs too much.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit confused.
Too bad it's empty. I don't think I'll be needing it.
I just want to go through all of the interactions, because it's fun sometimes when he comments on things.
They contain all sorts of medical equipment. I don't need any of that. Spray cleaner. I may be needing this.
Okay, now let me see what have I missed. What kind of skin body, box, bottles. I think I've got all of it. Not most.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have a few more things here.
Yes, this wig is just what I was looking for. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff in there, but for now, nothing interests me.
I think we got everything we need from here. So, a question. How do you make somebody, you know, look like they're not that? And,
if someone came...
you know, fool the killers that want to go in and kill somebody by making a decoy. And making a decoy is...
Perfect! That way no one can see the hole in his head.
is weird, but functioning.
Wow! This is thorough. It includes a description of almost every medicine known to man. You won't get anywhere. Great. This marker's as dry as a bone. It won't work. This marker's too narrow. They need a way to funnel alcohol into it. I don't think that... That doesn't...
Okay, yeah, I think I know where we're gonna get that. Some items you need to rack multiple times here in order to get them to give you everything they have.
I don't see anything.
Like the bag and all that. But I think we need to figure out how to open this. I said at the beginning that this was gonna be
They're from a bar
a
called
walkthrough,
the Pink Iguana.
but I still need to figure out some stuff.
That's the cold one. No, I don't feel like washing my hands. The glass is cracked, but I think it can still hold water for a little while. That doesn't make... Presto! Shines any metal from flatware to kettle.
Still looking for a blonde. Well, who knows?
The faucet hasn't been attached to it, so it must be dry. It's impossible to pull that out. It runs inside the wall.
I'm missing something.
Oh, she's really something. Save it for later. I don't have the key. I hope they don't put another patient in this bed tonight. Now is not the time to...
Oh, yeah, I'm skipping over some stuff. Shouldn't. Think there is some other stuff I can... Some stuff. Maybe talk to me. Nope, nope. I'm gonna figure out what I'm
I
missing.
better not look down.
To be fair, I haven't played this in so long.
I don't need any of that.
Okay, no, I need to find a syringe. Oh, there it is, box of syringes.
A box of syringes? I'll grab one. It's empty. I don't like that.
No, not that. This?
Now the syringe is full of alcohol.
Marker.
Bet you that put some new life into the marker.
This is not the first time you're gonna be stuck because, you know, you don't have one item that you need to finish, and they're such
Good.
tiny way.
I can't tell the difference between this and a real jar.
Okay, good. Let's go back. The music is also cool, like the background and all that. Just... I mean, listen to it.
Good. That way nobody will know it's Gina lying in this bed. I don't think that's... I just wrote down the first name that occurred to me.
I should have investigated before I did that.
Okay, if I use the pillows to look like the body, the head with the wig and a sheet to cover it all up a bit, I can make it look like a woman is sleeping there. That should do the trick.
Now a few more touching bits and pieces.
Perfect. That way they'll think it's Gina who's in the bed. I hope the accident doesn't leave her scarred for life. I'd better just let her rest.
So, I think if I go right here...
This isn't her. She must be the one in the elevator.
Tony Crab.
Yes. Say goodbye to the world, you little tramp.
Hey! Gina! Hey! Phew. She's just asleep. But those tranquilizers must have been made for elephants. Well, the important thing is, the trick worked and they shot the dummy in the other bed. So everything Gina told me was true. They actually do want to knock her off. It wasn't just her imagination. Okay, let's calm down, Brian. Right now, they think she's dead, which will buy us a bit of time. But we can't waste a minute. I gotta wake Gina up and get her out of this place before they find out she's alive and well.
I'm just glad they did voice acting for everything. I'm just so glad. I love it.
Snooze-a-tol, one of the finest brands on the... You won't get any... I'll try to figure out what it says about Snooze-a-tol, the sleep medication that Gina took. It says the effects are powerful and almost immediate. The patient sleeps for hours and can only be awakened by a nice cold shower. I don't think I'm strong enough to lug Gina into the shower, so I'll have to come up with another way of pouring cold water on her.
Well, there is one simple and fast way to do that.
Good idea. I could use it as a flamethrower and make the sprinkler go off. The water would finally wake Gina up. Let's get to work. But careful, Brian. Don't broil your hand off. Ouch! Ow!
Ah!
Now you wake up. Hurry, we've got to exit. Stage left at once.
But what's going on? This water, the smoke, fire!
I'll tell you later. Let me grab your stuff. You can change in the car. Come on, let's get to the parking lot.
That's a quick fire service response. Yeah, the resolution is, I know, kind of bored because it only runs in 1024 and, you know, shitty old resolutions.
You got that awful terror to shoot a dummy instead of shooting me? Hey, I like your style. First, you try to run me down with your car, and then you save my life. Do you do this kind of thing very often?
No, I was just...
It's a good thing that you grabbed my purse, because otherwise we wouldn't have the crucifix my father gave me. Now, what we have to do is...
headed for the nearest police station. This is a very serious matter, and it has to be placed in the hands of the police.
No way. Let's keep the cops out of this, okay? If the government gets caught up in this, we don't know if we can trust them.
Gina, the people that killed your father are after you now. If we go to the police, they'll make sure that...
Read my lips. No, this is too big for the police, and we can't trust them. We have to find out what this crucifix means.
Look, this all seems crazy to me. It's your problem if you decide not to turn to the police, but I'm washing my hands of the whole affair. I'm on my way to California. They're expecting me at Berkeley, and...
I can't believe this guy. You practically turned me into roadkill, and now you want to feed me to the wolves? And here I was actually starting to believe you.
But...
Forget it. It's not worth it. Oh, why would you care if my father was killed? Why does it matter to you if I'm murdered or if my whole family's destroyed?
Okay already. Let me tell you what we're gonna do. I have a friend who's an anthropologist. He works at the Museum of Archaeology and Natural History in Chicago. Well, since it's practically on my itinerary anyway, I'll drive you there and we can try to figure out more about that crucifix, okay?
I knew I could count on you. You're a doll. Start this baby up. We can't waste any time. Hey, you know where my blonde wig is? I was carrying it in my purse, and now I can't seem to find it.
Oh, Gina, she's such a convincer.
Have you confirmed that?
Yes, Don Roberto. Gustav is at the hospital right now. He's checked up on it. I can't see how that girl escaped. Looks like the guy who ran over her is along for the ride. They left the hospital together.
Useless idiots. Have you identified this man's car?
Yes, Don Roberto. We know the model, color, and license plate number.
At least you've done something, Theodore. Meet with Gustav and be prepared. As soon as we locate the vehicle, you're gonna go after them.
Whatever you say, Don Roberto. I assure you, we won't let them ditch us again.
I hope not.
Don't worry, Roberto. Those two couldn't have gotten very far.
The names are really interesting.
Carlo, you know I'm thinking something here. I'm almost glad that girl's still alive.
What do you mean? That girl witnessed what happened, and if she talks, we're in big trouble.
I know that, but it's obvious she hasn't gone to the police. I wonder why.
I don't know. Maybe she's there right now.
I'll bet you $1 she won't stew on us. You know why? 'Cause she knows something. I think our men spoke with her before that animal Gustav broke his neck. Besides, why else would she have been in the storeroom?
Yeah, you may be right, brother. In which case, we gotta make her spill the beans. See what she knows.
You're right, Carlo. We'll do that. Now we gotta get out the warning to all our boys out there. Make sure everyone's on the lookout for that car.